what's up you guys? It's Jordan. I'm back with another video. If you are not like new to my channel, then you know I haven't uploaded in like a little over a week, which I'm sorry about. I'm not trying to make excuses or anything, but I've been like really f***ing sick for the last week and a half, so I haven't been wanting to do my makeup. I haven't been wanting to do anything except sleep in my bed and take a lot of melatonin and allergy pills. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Lit ass week. Forgive me, I haven't been creating any content for you guys, but I'm definitely going to hop back on that shit here pretty soon, because I'm going to be traveling here in about 2 weeks roughly, so I won't be able to really upload any content. I'm gonna be vlogging the whole time, so trying to upload as much videos as I can before I leave, just so that you guys have that content to watch while I'm not uploading anything for 2 weeks. So my life is honestly kind of a mess right now, but I'm gonna be okay, you know? It's cool. I got an orange hoodie, I got my jewel, I got some Starbucks. I should be fine. That was just my little life update for you guys. Today's video is going to be different. Obviously, you can tell by the title. Today I'm filming a very personal Q&A, which sounds kind of scary, but I promise you it's not that bad. Basically, I just wrote down a bunch of questions that I've never really been asked before, so that I could talk about those things with you guys, and you guys will hopefully know me a little bit, if not a lot more, better by the end of this video. I can't speak. I need to go back to school. I can't like form a sentence like a normal human. I don't want to talk too much, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the Q&A, and let's do this shit. So the first question asks, who is your best friend? Describe your relationship with them. My best friend's name is Joey. She's a girl. She has been my friend for the last 10-11 years of my life roughly. We met when we were in 5th grade, and I'm about to be turning 20 here soon. Yeah, that's a long ass time. We were 10 years we've known each other. Our friendship was a little bit off and on over the years, you know, just because we both had things going on in our personal lives that we couldn't really mesh together with our friendships, you know? Shit just happens, like, it's life. I feel like friends are put through situations like that in order to test the strength of their friendship, because at the end of the day, me and Joey have still been like this since day one, no matter what the circumstances were. That's really just always been my bitch, like, I can't put it any other way. That's my homie. That is my A1 day one homie, like my ride or die. Like, unfortunately, she left me a month ago to go live with her boyfriend in a different state, which I'm so happy for them. They both look like they're doing amazing things with their life, and it looks so beautiful where they are. I'm obviously not going to tell you guys where they went just for, you know, like their safety purposes or whatever, but I wish they would have stayed so I could see them more, but you know, it's life. We're adults now. Everyone's gonna go and do their own shit, so I can't really be mad about that. The next question asks, how close are you with your family? So I would say I'm pretty close with my immediate family, at least, which would be my mom and my 2 brothers and my sister. I'm the youngest in my family by like a long shot. Like, the smallest age difference between me and any of my siblings is 10 years. So like, that's still a huge ass age gap, but that is the smallest age gap between me and my siblings. My brother Jason just turned 30 and I'm about to be 20, so that is my 10-year age gap. And then I have a sister named Sarah and a brother named Michael as well. We're all half siblings. Well, they're all my half siblings, and then Sarah and Jason are full blood related, and me and Michael are half blood related, and it's weird, I don't know, we all kind of came together and formed our own little family with increments of other people in there randomly splattered around, but they're still my family and I love them. So yeah, I'm pretty close with my immediate family, not so much my distant family, like cousins and things like that. There are a few who will like text me and keep up with me and stuff like that, but honestly, if you're not texting me and we're only friends on Facebook, then you're not really gonna know actually what's going on in my life, because let's be real, I don't post anything that I do on Facebook, like, ever. So if you don't have my number or you don't follow me on Instagram, then you really aren't gonna know shit about what I'm doing. So what makes you feel unstoppable? I really like this question because I feel like everyone should be asked this question at least once in their life, just so you can kind of recognize it and kind of bring it out to play every once in a while, you know? Something that makes me feel unstoppable is when I am feeling confident with myself and also what I'm doing with my life at the moment. Confidence makes me feel like I am that bitch. Like, it doesn't just make me feel that way, I am that bitch. Like, I give no fucks. I will run all the way through you. I do not give a fuck who you are. Like I literally feel like I could rule the world when I'm in that state. Nothing brings me down, nothing stops me, no one's opinion affects me in any way, shape, or form, and I feel like that is the best way to live your life. Be happy with yourself, be extremely happy with who you are and what you're doing, no matter what the time of day it is or the time of year or what you're actually doing with your life at this very moment. Just be happy with it, because at the end of the day, that is what's gonna make you feel more powerful, and it's gonna help you get up. Sounds so like cliche and stupid, but it's real. Like, confidence is everything, I swear. What is a dream you've never said out loud? I normally will say all my dreams out loud, because to me, dreams are not just dreams, they are plans for the future. If I dream something, I'm going to do it. That's it. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna make it happen. So I guess the only dream, it's not really a dream, but it's just like something that I feel like everyone wants for their life one day, whether it's now or 10 years, 15, 20 in the future. I just want my life to leave an imprint on the world. I want to have some kind of legend to leave behind, you know, and I want to be happy, I want to be stable, and I want to live my life the right way. Obviously, struggles are unavoidable and everyone goes through them, so that's why I'm kind of just leaving them out, because it's like life comes with struggles. You can't go through life expecting everything to just be all rainbows and butterflies, because it's just not. You can make it rainbows and butterflies for the most part, but you're still gonna get your heart broken, you're still gonna lose a loved one, you're still gonna break friendships, you're still gonna get fired from your job. Like, that's just life. It happens. Like, shitty shit happens all the time, and you can't stop it ever. When do you feel you're most vulnerable? I feel like I get to a vulnerable state when my anxiety like starts to take over me, I guess. I don't know, like sometimes I fall into a funk, and it's like I'm sad and I'm scared of everything for no reason. The whole anxiety, depression thing, like that shit's real for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I struggle with those things on a day-to-day basis, but at the same time, I try my very hardest not to let it make me give up or anything like that, because at the end of the day, it's just what I'm going through right now. It's gonna stop one day, I know that, but like, this is just what I'm dealing with right now, so I'm trying to get through it in a healthy manner, trying to better myself every day, mentally, all that shit, you know? Like, I'm trying to be good to myself, because my brain is not being good to me right now. So my physical self, am trying to be good to me so I can get better and get through this bullshit, because it's so fucking annoying, but everyone goes through it. We all go through this shit. So, what annoys you the most about people? Honestly, I really cannot stand people who are just close-minded and extremely rude for no goddamn reason, and I really hate people who think that they are being real with you, but in reality you're just an asshole. Like, there's a very, very thin line between being real and straight up being a bitch, and I feel like a lot of you need to realize that, so that you can, you know, stop being a bitch and maybe just be real for once in your life. But a lot of people don't like make that connection in their head, so I'm really not expecting anyone who is that type of person to like actually sit back and look in the mirror and be like, damn, I should start being nicer to people, because they just don't do that. Chances are, if you are a person like that, you also have a very stubborn personality, which means you're stubborn. I don't know, which also means you're gonna stay that way forever. So I try to just distance myself from those kind of people. I actually used to be best friends with a girl like that, and our friendship ended up crumbling over it. So there you go, there's that. Basically, don't be a bitch, because it's gonna ruin your life at the end of the day. What scares you the most? I am scared of not making my life into what I envision it being. I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to do all the things that I dream about doing every day, you know? Like, I'm obviously going to try my hardest to make these things happen, because like, these are my dreams, this is my life, this is my future, so I do try my hardest to make it into what I want it to be. But there's always that what if factor in the back of my head that's saying, you know, like, what if it doesn't work out? What if you can't do it? What if, all this other shit. And I don't know, it kind of takes over me at times. But okay, the next question says, what is your IQ? I've taken an IQ test one time in my life, and I'm pretty sure my score was like somewhere in between 115 and 125, and I didn't know what that meant, so I looked it up and it said it was above average. So hopefully that's true, and hopefully I am smarter than your average guy, because that would be sick. What was the experience that impacted your life the most? I have two like major experiences in my life that I feel like definitely changed me as a person. One of them, I don't really know if it is what I say it is, because I was so young when it happened. I don't really know if I can say that it necessarily changed me as a person, because I was in the middle of growing up. Like, I was gonna change regardless, you know? But I do feel like if this had not happened, I probably would be a different person than I am today. So when I was 10 years old, I was in 5th grade and my dad passed away. My dad had cancer in his femur, and it was, I don't remember what kind of cancer it was, but I remember the doctor saying that it was one of the most painful forms of cancer that a person can have. My dad had surgery and had part of his bone, part of his femur, replaced with a titanium rod. You know, he sat in the hospital for a couple days. He healed up from his surgery and he got to go home. But the day that he got home, he had a stroke in his apartment and was taken right back to the hospital, and he passed away a few days later in the intensive care unit. So that was definitely really hard. I really don't know what to say about it, because even still today, 9 years later, like, I don't really know completely how to handle the situation, or, you know, what it means as far as my life goes. But it was really hard, and I was really young, and it came out of nowhere, you know, like, I didn't expect that whatsoever. So obviously a major traumatic event like that is going to change you in one way or another. So the next thing that I think actually really changed me as a person, and when I say that, I mean, after this happened to me, I was never the same person that I was before. Still to this day, I am a completely different person than I was 2 years ago. Like, it's actually insane how much I've changed and how much I've grown. I was in an abusive relationship for 2.5 years while I was in high school. Physically and verbally and mentally abusive. All 3 ways. Any way you could abuse a person, it was happening to me. It was my first real serious relationship, and it was one of the hardest things that I have ever gone through, still to this day. It has definitely fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie, I still have yet to see like an abuse counselor or anything like that. I really honestly feel like I should, because I've noticed now, especially, that we're here 2 years after the fact, and it is still eating at me and still keeping me from doing certain things and still making it hard for me to love. And I don't want it to be that way forever, so I definitely want to try to talk to someone about it and see, you know, how well that helps me mentally. But yeah, I think that really changed me into a different person. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell the entire story. That is for another video if you guys really want to hear it, because I know that it happens to people way more than you would think. It happens to girls and guys all the time. We get stuck, and it's not our fault. It just happens, you know? There are bad eggs all over in the world. I don't even know. They're everywhere. You cannot avoid people like that. So yeah, I probably will be making a video on that in the future, kind of just, you know, vaguely, briefly describing what happened and how it made me feel and how I recovered from it and all that shit. So what is the craziest thing you've done with someone? Okay, I've done a lot of crazy shit, not gonna lie, but I have almost gone to jail a few times. Yeah, I've almost gone to jail a few times. I used to smoke weed a lot back in the day. Like, I was your typical stoner, like, smoking every day, multiple times a day. Like, I don't know. I'm not really proud of it, but, you know, I'm gonna be honest on here on the internet. So, yeah, I've been caught smoking marijuana by police multiple times, and I'll give you this tip right now. All it really takes to get off free is to be honest, be respectful, and just work with them, you know, be cooperative. Don't be that asshole kid who's out here smoking weed on the streets and then gets mad when they're caught and is being disrespectful to the police officers. That's the kind of shit that gets you locked up. And that is the reason why I have not been to jail yet, I feel like, because every time I've ever encountered a police officer when I absolutely did not want to encounter one, I was honest about everything that they asked me. I was respectful, I was cooperative, did anything they asked. You know, like, that's really all it takes. A future tip for my fellow delinquents out there. Do you believe that life after death is possible? I do. I believe that... okay, this is about to get real deep. So, humans are made up of matter and energy. Not even just humans, everything. This coffee right here, made up of matter and energy. I believe that after you die, I mean, like, obviously your body is going to physically decompose, but there's more to it than just that. You have a soul and you have energy, so it's like, where are those things gonna go once you die? So I personally believe that your soul and your energy are going to go wherever they want, you know? Like, it's weird to think about, but I personally believe that we reincarnate into whatever our soul genuinely wanted us to be. That's what I think happens after we die. I don't know if that sounds stupid. I've never heard anyone else say it, but I don't know. That's just what I believe. That's what I've come to learn over the last few years of really looking into this shit. So, I don't know. I think we reincarnate. If your soul wants to go to heaven, if your soul wants to go to hell, if your soul wants to be the ocean, if your soul wants to be inside a Starbucks, it's going to. That's where it's gonna go, wherever it wants. Are you religious or spiritual? I consider myself a little bit of both because I don't solely believe in only the universe, and I don't only believe in God. I believe in both. I believe that they kind of all tie in together. I believe that God and the universe are the same thing. They are that higher power that we all look up to and wonder about on a daily basis. But yeah, I believe that God is our creator, and I believe that God is who makes miracles happen, and I believe in God. I've literally had my prayers answered in front of my eyes, so for me it's kind of hard not to believe in God, just because, like, I feel like I've felt him and I've seen him, and I don't know, he has given me every reason to believe that he is there. I obviously believe in the universe because energy and matter are real things. They are science. You can't deny science, you just can't. Obviously we live in one tiny little compact of a huge amount of different galaxies and universes. Like, it really just doesn't end. It doesn't, and that shit's crazy to me. So yeah, I consider myself both religious and spiritual. I've also never really heard anyone say that before, so I hope I don't sound dumb on the internet, but that's just what I believe. I don't know. What was the worst phase in your life? Probably middle school. If we're talking like the weirdest phase in my life, then yeah, definitely middle school. Like, obviously I was going through puberty. Didn't know like what kind of personality I had yet, you know. I was just trying to like experiment with different types of styles and music and all that shit just to see, you know, where I thought I fit the best. And I don't know, I thought I was emo, I thought I was popular, I thought I was a skater girl. Like, I don't know, bro. I have been all over the place, and now I'm kind of just like here. What was the best phase in your life? I think the best phase in my life was right after I got out of my abusive relationship. I was literally on top of the world. Like, I thought to myself all day long, damn, I really did that shit. Like, I just got out of a toxic abusive relationship all by myself. Like, I did that shit. I have been scared all these months, and then all of a sudden I just did it, and I felt so free, and I felt unstoppable, and I felt like I was on top of the world. I was so confident. It was amazing. I wouldn't trade that feeling for anything in the world. It's heartwarming to talk about it now. What are some things you wish people knew about you? I wish people knew what kind of heart I actually have. I am a very extremely genuine person, and I care for anyone who shows that they care for me in any way, shape, or form. And even people who haven't showed me that they care about me, I still care. I care about everyone. I would help anyone who was in need. I don't know. I consider myself to be a good person. I am not mean. I am not closed-minded. I am not judgmental in any way at all. This sounds kind of like cocky or whatever, but I honestly, truly do believe there should be more people like me in the world, but there aren't. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Be the change you want to see in the world. So that's what I'm trying to do here. That's kind of the message I'm trying to get across to my fellow population of the world. But I feel like everyone looks at me and they think I'm like a weak ass bitch or whatever, just because I'm not that girl who's out fighting everyone because they looked at her wrong. Like, I think that's childish. I think there's no reason to do shit like that. I think that at the age I am now, that is immature and that is so wrong. Like, I could not see myself just fighting someone because they gave me a dirty look. Like, no. The only way I would probably actually fight someone is if they came at me and started hitting me. I'll fight you back, but I really am not the type of person to waste my energy and waste my time just beating the fuck out of you. Like, I'm not... I think that is so stupid. If you fight all the time, I think you're dumb. I'm sorry, but I really do. So yeah, you guys, that was the last question, and I hope you got to know me a little bit better. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this where I kind of just like sit down and talk to the camera. I think it's kind of therapeutic and relaxing. I actually really like it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow all my social media. It is down below in the description box if you haven't seen it yet. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!